y'all. It froze up on me and it wouldn't, it just stopped in between going live and not going live. It's crazy. I'm back in here getting my settings correct now. I hope I didn't lose everybody that was waiting. I guess I lost everybody that were waiting to get in the other live, and they're not coming back to this one yet. Now maybe I got it straightened out. Let's see if I can get my live chat up here so I can see what's going on. I look a mess, y'all. I've been painting, I've been hammering, I've been renovating. Get my live chat going. Well, I guess I lost everybody. I probably need to turn that fan off because you can probably hear it. Let me go do that. I'll turn that fan off. Oh, I had that exhaust fan going, pulling out all the paint smell from the house because it's been rainy today, so I couldn't do much in the yard. So I decided to start working on my backsplash and my hood and all this stuff that I started working on a long time ago. Never did finish it, and I still I'm not finished with it. So I don't know. Well, I got 24 watching, but nobody's in the house. Nobody's in the chat box with me. But anyway, I I decided I'd just go live and chat with everybody, take a break, because I've been painting and putting up aluminum squares up, my backsplash, trying to get that finished. I started it a long, long time ago, and I'm just now getting a chance to work on it a little bit more. I don't know, maybe I'll this house is an ongoing work in progress. And there's Brendan. Hi, Brendan. But yeah, this house has been a live-in renovation from day one that I moved in here, which is years ago. And I'm still renovating. I do all of it myself, so I have to do a little bit at the time and go through trial and error. And I don't know if I'll ever get it finished. When I first moved in, I painted the whole ceiling. And it took a lot of time because it's that, I don't know what you call it. It's not a smooth texture. It's real rough. And then, of course, you've got the strips that go across that are not painted. And I wanted it to look just like the original, so it took forever for me to paint the ceiling. And there's Uncle BB. Hey there, Uncle BB. I've been a busy beaver today. Decided the only way I'm going to be able to take a break is to sit down here and go live and get in a chat with all my people. That way I have to sit down and not get up and do anything. If you came in that first live that I had scheduled, I hit the button to go live and it froze. It told me to rotate my screen. Well, I rotated the screen and it didn't do any good. It didn't help. It stayed froze. I did everything I knew under the sun to get that camera unfrozen, and it wouldn't do it. So I had to delete out that first live that I scheduled and just start it all over again. I said, I'm going to lose everybody. They're going to think I'm crazy. And there's Red Doll Sconeford. Hello. Good to see you. Donald Trump put tariffs on European Union. They have been taking advantage of the USA for a long time. Huh. Well, he's been doing a lot of stuff, and I'm telling you, a lot of the government's not happy with what he's been doing, but somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to set the record straight and get everything back to even keel and get the government working the way it's supposed to. It will take time. Come good for Trump. Yeah, it's going to take time. I mean, look how many years it took them to screw everything up the way it's been. So he can't do it overnight. It'll take time. It's only 48 degrees right now, y'all. And I got my fur babies in the house. Lucky's back there sleeping, and little Buddy's up in the chair sleeping, curled up. Because it's cool and rainy out there. They don't want to stay out there in that cold and wetness. I wanted to come in where it was warm, so I brought them in. The European Union doesn't like it because they have had it good. Same for China. Some people don't like it because they have to have too good for a long time. Yeah, that's true. We had a lot of stuff coming into our country from China that a lot of people were buying up, and that was supporting China. But it was taking a lot of jobs away from the people in America, too. Well, we had that storm roll through. It come through last night, but it was a little bit later than what they said. But it came through, the wind got up, it was blowing a bit, and it really poured down rain. Most of the night, most of the morning. It hasn't rained this afternoon so far, but it's been cloudy and overcast all day. The sun has not been out. And it's been cool. But my garden is loving it, y'all. I'm going to have to take that net off of my zucchini and squash before long because it's about to grow out the top of the tubs or the totes. And it's me, Ann. Hi there, Ann. Linda, I swear you spoiled me. I was late getting my dinner, so I'm glad for the delay. Well, you could get your dinner and sit there and watch me while you're eating. I haven't even had dinner yet. I did a cooking video earlier today, and I had lunch from what I was videoing, but I haven't eaten dinner yet. And there's Jason Bender. Hello, Jason. From Fond, Wisconsin. We only had a high of 38, and he said 60 in the AM. Oh, So it'll warm up early in the morning, huh? Should anyway. Yeah, I know people probably think I live in the worst house going, but you got to understand this house is 50 years old, and it's been under renovation ever since I've lived here, or especially since I was divorced and I bought this place right after I was divorced, or a couple of years afterward. And as soon as I bought it, I started renovating everything. I mean, fixing it up, repairing stuff, that type of thing that you do when you own your own home. And it's an ongoing thing. I have not finished. I don't think I'll ever get finished. Hi there, Jay and Gladys. Hello. I did a video on what I did today about the painting and all that. So you'll see that tomorrow probably. Along with my cooking video. Plus we'll go live again probably tomorrow afternoon. I haven't even got that scheduled yet. That's what I'm doing, yum. I'm eating the most delicious eggplant lasagna and penny from a restaurant. Oh, that sounds good. Sounds real good. I should have ran out to McDonald's or somewhere and got me a burger and brought it back and ate it before I went live, but I didn't do that. And it's, almost 7 o'clock now. 5 till, 4 till. Yeah, I decided since I couldn't work in the garden or do anything in the yard much today, I'd come in and see what I could get done in the house. And it scared me. I didn't think I had any more of those aluminum tiles. But I remembered I had a whole box of them left. I mean, there weren't big ones. I mean, it was a little box, not many in it. But I remember I had one whole box. Don't remember if it was like 10 tiles in it or what. And then I had part of a box. So I was out there digging through the stuff in the shed, looking for those tiles so I could put more up. It's me. Ann says we're having flocks, beans, and rice from Rose's. Oh, that sounds good. Fajitas, beans, and rice. Fajitas. Eggplant's Gladys's favorite. Oh, wow. Well, I can't wait for my Casper eggplant to grow and produce, because it's white eggplants. I've never eaten white eggplant before. So I'm hoping it does produce real good this year. And of course I planted some of the Black Beauty too. Fajitas are so good. Oh my God. I could just drown in a big plate of fajitas right now. I might settle with just a hot dog on a bun or something. I don't know. I don't know what I'll do for dinner. I mean, I should have eaten already, but hey, Oh, I got 7 thumbs up already. Good going. 19 people watching. I'm surprised I got anybody in here on a Saturday night. I guess I figure I'm the only one home doing nothing. But I said if I don't go live, I'll find something else to do up there on that backsplash or that hood. So I said I need to go live. That way I'll sit here and I have to rest. Dinner making live stream. I don't know what I'd make other than a hot dog live stream right now, because I don't have anything prepared ready to do anything with. And I did take out some ground beef, a little bit of ground beef, because I was going to make some chili to go on my hot dog. I was going to make me a chili dog. So I'll probably video that out, but I'm not going to make it probably till tomorrow. Early 70s, Mom put up fake brick behind the stove. Well, that was probably pretty. A lot of people put that fake stone up now. But this is a old house. So, and it's done in the old Western style. And I know back 50 years ago, it was real, and even, later than that, the stainless steel tiles were real famous, especially like in ceilings. They had the big ones, like the 12-inch tiles up in the ceiling, and sometimes they put them down on the wall. Well, I found a catalog somewhere. I don't know where it came from, but it come in the mail, and I was glancing through it, and it had little tiles like that, the little ones. And I said, man, those would be perfect to go on my backsplash. So I ordered enough of what I thought would take to go back there, and I had a little over one box left. Well, because I hadn't finished. But they come with these stick-on things that you put on the back and then stick it on the wall. And I've never had good luck with stick-on stuff. It always comes off, So I said, well, I don't want to stick it on. I want it to really look like the old-timey tiles. And I'm pretty sure they didn't just stick the tiles on the ceiling. They probably screwed them in somehow. So I ended up putting a screw in each corner of these little tiles and put them on the backsplash. So they're literally screwed into the wall. They're not going to fall down. Tammy, hi, ma'am, you're a subscriber from India. Well, I'm glad you're with us tonight. Tanmay. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. Tanmay. I would just say Tammy. Well, good, Anne. You're doing better, maybe? You're doing good considering, I'm sure. Yeah, we all pray for Anne and Jana and Gladys and everybody that needs prayer. Most of us do need it. I need it myself with my back and neck injury, because sometimes I push myself and I do stuff that, I know I shouldn't do, but I do them anyway. I just try to pace myself and not overdo it one time, so it's going to cause me a whole bunch of problems. Because I did that at one point and I couldn't even walk. I'd put weight on my right leg and it hurt. The pain was so bad up my hip, I couldn't even walk. And I was flat on my back for several days with my feet up. Like one of the nurses told me, I don't remember who it was. It was one of these subscribers that come into my live. I was talking about my back and my hip, how I put my foot down, and every time it hurt so bad I couldn't walk. And she told me what to do, and that's what I did, and it got better. And now I'm trying to pace myself. I'm trying not to overdo to the point to where I get in that shape again. Well, thank you, Gladys. I tell you, this rain, my plants are just jumping for joy. They're growing like crazy out there. And those strawberry plants, I planted them after they got here. As soon as they came, I was out there putting them in the raised beds. And they're starting to put out a bunch of leaves, and they're looking good. And there's Tony or somebody from Ukraine. Welcome from Ukraine, whoever you are. Even though I can't read or pronounce your name. Am something, Tony something other. Welcome. We're glad to have you. How's the weather in the Ukraine? We got Connecticut. We got a lot of places in here tonight. What is it? Mart, Texas is where Anne's from, I think. Weather's fine. It's a little rainy and cool here, but it's not bad. The first time it's fine. Well, good. You needed a break. Yeah, and all those pepper plants and those tomato plants have come up that I planted those seeds for out there on the patio. You know, I did a video on it where I cut the seeds out of those peppers and I planted them, and I think every one of those seeds has germinated and producing a plant. I'm going to have a garden full of tomatoes and peppers. I'm in Texas right now. I'm originally from North Carolina, USA. Yeah, I thought it was Mart is where Ann lives. So she's a Texan. But I'm in Texas, the big state of Texas. Been here for 40 some years now. You sneak past me like I told everybody you were sleeping. I said you sleep on and off and then you're up all night. And I said we just happened to go live when Dennis was sleeping. He was taking his nap. You're originally from New Jersey, New York? Okay. Well, it seems a lot of time we end up in states that we're not originally from. I think the majority of the people that live here in Granbury are not from Granbury. They're from everywhere else. They're from other countries, other states, but they've ended up here. I mean, there's a few locals, you know, that were born and raised here, but there's a big majority of people that are from other places. Went to bed early last night, took one grandson fishing this morning. He tore them up. Oh, wow. So you going to have you a fish fry, huh? Another one. New Jersey's your favorite? Tony Soprano? You like that Jersey Shore? My mom was from New Jersey, my dad from Texas. Yeah, like my mom was from New York City and my dad was from North Carolina. And if it hadn't been for the Navy, they probably would have never gotten together because his battleship was in port in New York and he was out off the ship. You know, I guess the guys had leave or whatever. And he met my mom. Yeah, my dad was in the Navy. If it hadn't been for the Navy, he never would have met my mom, and I probably would not be here. Strange world, isn't it, how things happen and people meet in other places that you'd never think about meeting. That's what makes the world go round, though. Now we got a war with Russia. It's a hard time, but we're strong. Yeah, you got to stay strong. Yeah, same story, Ann. But you know, that's the story of life. That's a lot of people's story. How their parents met in other states and got together and then ended up settling somewhere else. Or sometimes they'd settled in either state that one of them was from. My dad's might have been on the same ship. I don't know what ship was your dad on, Ann? Your dad was from Texas. He probably joined the Navy in Texas. Gladys. She said she's born under a rock. Come on, girl. You don't remember? I don't remember if there's a battleship or a warship in Texas for the state of Texas or not. But it seemed like most of the states had their own battleship. Like North Carolina had the USS North Carolina, and that was the one my dad was on. So I'm sure your dad was probably not on the USS North Carolina. If he was on one, it was probably one from Texas somewhere. I don't know which one it would have been, if it was from Texas or if they had one from Texas. I just don't know. I don't know that all the states had one, but I think most of the states had their own battleship, or a lot of them did. Dennis said he was hatched. Well, now, a lot of animals hatch eggs, not necessarily a chicken. So, if you were hatched, you could be just about anything. You could be any kind of species, Dennis. He was hatched. Well, thank you, Res Girl. I don't feel very pretty. I've been painting and doing stuff all day and haven't really thought about how I looked. Didn't think about that when I went live either. Dennis says I'm a gigolo. A gigolo. Are gigolos hatched? Oh my goodness. Yeah, Lucky likes it in the house when it's wet and nasty outside. He's curled up in his little bedroom, sound asleep right now. And little buddy's curled up in the recliner, asleep. Like the ones you were talking about last night. I caught the ending. I wouldn't be coughing at all, but I was breathing that paint. And stupid me, I didn't put a mask on to paint, and I'm breathing that paint. And I'm allergic to all that. Yeah, let's hope the ones I was talking about last night don't find us tonight. Let's hope they stay away. They had run some of my people off, or that's what they were doing. Yeah, he stays home for the most part now. Pretty much in the yard with little buddy. Yeah, that's what my dad, he loved the Navy. And he probably would have stayed in longer, but my mom told him she had too many kids, he had to stay home and help out. But he was in almost 13 years in the Navy. He was making it his career. Oh, wow. Your grandson caught a 6.5-pound catfish. Oh, wow. That is a fish fry right there. You can fillet that one. Many fillets out of that fish. It only takes one 6.5-pounder to make a fish fry. Okay, Dennis. And there's Ruth Thomas. Hi there, Ruth. Dennis's dad was on the USS Noah. Caught 13 fish. I need to go. But it's just not, it's been either too windy, or like today it's been rainy all day. And the wind got up a little bit, so I wasn't about to try to go out there fishing. But I'll go sooner or later. I'll make time to go on a day that it's good to go on. Yeah, Gladys is hungry now. I am too, Gladys. I haven't had dinner yet. Missed the live, went out for a belated birthday dinner for my brother-in-law. No fighting. Well, good. You had a good time, Uncle BB. It's rainy where Ruth is, too. Oh, my God. He caught the biggest catfish on a piece of Slim Jim. So you're talking about, like, beef jerky? A Slim Jim? Is that what you mean? If that's the case, when I go fishing, I'm going to go buy me a Slim Jim. I've never tried a piece of that beef jerky, like the Slim Jims. I've never thought about trying that. I'll be quiet in case Tamara wants to talk. But is that what you were talking about, Dennis? The Slim Jim? Yeah, Slim Jim. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to buy me one next time I go fishing. I'll have to buy a couple because I'll end up eating them. But I'll save one to fish with. I'm PhD in math. Oh, wow. Good for you. From, where was it, Ukraine? Now I'll be quiet. Kernel corn is good bait too. I've tried it, but they never even come close to my kernel corn. I've caught little bait fish on cut up weenies, and then my bait fish I put on my big hook, and that's what I catch my big fish on. Not proper English for sure. Yeah, some of the biggest catfish I've caught was on live bait, where I caught the little fish on, chopped up weenies, and I put them on a little hook, and I'd catch my little fish, and then I'd take them little fish and put it on my big hook, and throw it out there and catch them big catfish. They love those little fish. God bless everyone in the chat. Amen. Thank you for that, Gladys. I guess a lot of people are out doing stuff tonight. And Dennis says, hallelujah. Y'all are silly. But yeah, I've been putting up more of those aluminum squares up around the stove area and painting. That's what I was doing today. I still haven't finished though. Yeah, they went to the strip club. That's where Edith went. She got some of those people at the nursing home or wherever it is she stays. She got them to take them out to a LeBairs or somewhere tonight. That's what they're doing. Soaking wet there. Yeah, it's soaking wet here too, Ruth. Oh, we needed the rain, so I'm not complaining. And there's Daniel Steele. Y'all need any rain? We got plenty. We got plenty during the night last night and this morning. So I guess we're good for a few days. He just taking them Jello wrestling. Maybe. She might be, Dennis. Edith was asking about the strip clubs, if they had any, like LeBairs around close to where she lived. And I said, I bet if she did a search on the internet that she could find some close by somewhere. Because the male strip clubs are everywhere. Yeah, we had some loud thunderstorms here during the night, too. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. Dania said that they had some major flooding across her state. It was a mess. Oh, wow. Where is it you're from, Dania? I forgot. Dania Steele? Arkansas. Well, all that rain that left here probably went up through Arkansas. Arkansas or Oklahoma or somewhere that way. Gladys, you wanted to go to the strip club with Edith? Well, you'll have to get on her if she ever comes in here for not taking you with her. Dennis seems to think that Edith took them all to Jello wrestling. Yeah, Uncle BB. Mom said it was always the quiet ones, yeah. Sometimes the quiet ones will surprise you. Well, I wish she would get somebody to take her and some of the other ladies up to one and just have them a good time. She'd get a kick out of it. Goodness gracious. You think I had a bone caught in my throat? Yeah, you got to watch out for the quiet ones because they they will surprise you. My name is actually Ruth Ann. Why it's just Ruth, I don't know. I don't know either. Maybe that they called you Ruth for short. Uncle BB said sewing circle would be better. No, the sewing circle would not be any fun. Good gracious. I can't stop coughing. I think I got some of that paint in my throat. Fix this. I can't fix it. If you need to change your name, you have to do it yourself. I can't do it. I mean, you enjoy a sewing circle, but hey, if you get out with a bunch of ladies at a male strip club, it is so much fun. Every woman should get to go at least one time just for the fun of it. Oh, you meant me? Okay. No, I didn't, Gladys. And I know better. I was breathing that paint the whole time I was painting. I had the exhaust fan turned on, but I didn't have a mask on. I just turned the exhaust fan off when I started my live because I know you could hear the fan. And I got the fireplace fan blowing over here. So you'd be hit by both directions with the fans running if I'd left the exhaust fan on. No, not Tupperware, Uncle BB. Need to go. Be back later. Okay, Ann. Be safe. Be good. We'll see you when you get back. Dennis said, I miss my grandma and her sisters. They could gossip about anyone just like a sewing circle. Well, yeah, just think if Edith would go to the strip club, She could then go to that sewing circle and have a lot to talk about. She'd have so much to talk about. That would give her a uplift on life to go and just enjoy herself at one of those. It'd probably just tickle her to death. I have to keep a cough drop in my mouth 24/7, looks like. I don't know what that one said. And my screen jumped. Joseph MK, I can't read what you put in there. So you need to translate it to English. Oh no. Well, that's the way Lucky did it for a while, but finally he'd come home. Well, the bridge club would be all right, Uncle BB. She could take the whole bridge club to the strip joint with her. That would be a lot of fun. Or she could take all the ladies from the sewing circle to the strip club. Poker match. Well, I don't... What happened to the... person that was here that left the comment that I couldn't read because it was not in English? They disappeared. Yeah. Wherever she's at, whatever she's doing, I hope she has a good time. He got deleted. Oh. Well, we got Bob in the house. Evidently, he's danced as a dancer before. I don't know what it was. It looked like it was Iranian or some kind of language. Probably not. I don't know about Bob either. CSN I hit in my red, white, and blue G-string. Gladys has my back. Yeah, she's not expecting me to be live tonight, so there's no telling what that woman's doing. She could be out on the town, or she could not be out on the town. You never know. She may have visitors. Well, you don't need a strip club to come there, Gladys. You just need a male stripper. You know, you can pay them just one dancer to go to somebody's house and birthdays or anniversaries or whatever. Probably setting her clock. There's Spencer Love. Hi there. He's back. Well, I'll have to send an email to some your boys and tell them they need to hire a stripper, a male stripper, to come to your house on your birthday and dance for you. I don't have any idea what they charge to do that. I've never paid one to go do that. He'd be all up in the bed with you, Gladys. But I know you'd love it. You'd love every minute of it. Yeah, she's expecting me to go live tomorrow, not tonight. Unfortunately, they're not going for that. I can hear those boys say, "We're not paying no male stripper to come dance for my mother." Spencer Love is back. Yeah, unfortunately, there's a lot of women out there just like me. They live alone, they support themselves, and the way repairs and renovation costs are, you got to do it yourself if you get it done. You can't afford to pay thousands of $10,000s of dollars to get renovations done for your house. No, you could dream. Well, they've got female strippers too that they send out for parties. I'd love to see Dennis's reaction if a female stripper showed up at his front door and danced for him one night. Uncle BB too. There goes your next retirement check. Yeah, but Dennis, just think of all the fun you'd have. But I could hear your response to that. But then it wouldn't be much fun the next whole month when my money was gone. Dennis will start singing. I think people are more scared of this subject than they are ghost stories. You might be right about that. Well, it's Saturday night, y'all. What was everybody doing? What's everybody up to on Saturday night? I don't even know what people do anymore on Saturday nights, other than what I do, just stay home and watch TV or watch YouTube or renovate their house. Someone told me a long time ago You know, it's good to make good and get to the top. But you got to remember, once you get to the top, there's nowhere else to go. And a lot of times you backslide. So the best advice they could give me was to take it slow. Gradually work your way up. Well, I guess that's the way I'm doing with this house. I'm gradually renovating it. It's an ongoing project that will never get completed finally, you know? So always have something to work for. And there's Jana. Hey, Jana. Backsliders. Yeah, if you get to the top too fast, there's nowhere else to go but back down. And then you have nothing to look forward to except climbing your way back up to the top. And usually you can't do it. Dan, you said we're watching it rain and flash flood warnings pop up. Only excitement here, but after all of the tornado scares, need some quiet. I hear that. They had a lot of bad tornadoes in Texas. Thank God none of them were close here. And we got the much needed rain, but not really bad weather with it. Not in here, this area anyway. They may have got it somewhere around Texas, but it was pretty quiet here other than just some thunder and rain. Yeah, after you get a bunch of scares with tornadoes and everything else, it's nice to just have some peace and quiet for a day or two, you know? Well, thank goodness it lost momentum before it got to you, Daniel. You were in a tornado in 1979. I was in the shower and ran out naked. I could visualize that, Dennis. Did you not even grab you a towel? I think what I would at least grab a shirt and pair of pants as I ran out. Never been that scared. I can imagine. You'd have to be awfully scared to run out of the house stark naked out of the shower. Well, at least without grabbing a pair of pants or something. No time for a towel. Oh, I laugh, but I know it wasn't funny to you if it actually happened. Danny said she watched my egg and tuna salad video today. Mom wants to know if you ate all those croissants in one sitting. No. I ate some of them after I made them. I think I ate 3 of them or 2 of them. I ate some last night. And then I finished up 3 of them this morning for breakfast. And then I started in on that tuna salad. No, I ate tuna salad last night. What am I talking about? I got hungry. And I started eating saltine crackers with tuna salad. Even made the news. I'm glad I'm a fast runner. Oh my goodness, Dennis. No, I don't. I was hungry. That's all I ate all day. I ate a couple of croissants for my breakfast after I got them made. And then I ate 1 or 2 later in the day. I ate some tuna salad last night. And I ate the last of the croissants this morning for breakfast. You watched the sausage pasta? Or casserole as you called it. It was just sausage pasta. It wasn't really a casserole, but you could have made it into one, I guess. It's pretty good. That's all gone too. Yeah, where was that, Dennis, that you ran out of the shower naked because of a tornado? Oh my gosh, Dennis, right after the tornado, we had a sinkhole swallow up a house. You know, I saw videos of that. I don't know where it was. But it the ground just opened up and the house was gone. I don't know if that was Florida or where it was that I saw. It was a news video, I know, but it was quite a few years ago. And I saw other videos where these houses, their backyard was on like a downhill, and the dirt started eroding away from the back of the houses. And some of them they condemned because they said they were not safe for people to stay in them because the whole house was in risk of going down the hill. And one or two of them did. They broke off the back of the house and part of it slid down the hill. So they were condemning a lot of those homes along that hill because they were too dangerous. Oh my goodness. Your sister's husband was a fireman. He went through the roof and the people's Christmas tree was still in place. Oh no, you had chickens, goats, pigeons, and turkeys, and they were never found. They probably got picked up by the tornado and taken off. Took them for a ride and let them down somewhere else, miles away. There's no telling. Yeah, did they think he was Santa, Uncle Dennis, when he come down the chimney? Oh, that sounds good, Gladys. Now I'm hungry. Chicken cutlets and mashed potatoes and garlic bread. I could heat up a bowl of my soup that I made early today. I ate 2 bowls of it at lunchtime today. So good. The people weren't home. Well, thank goodness they weren't home. They left the house, covered the hole, and made a rose bed where the sinkhole was. Elvis Medicine Shield, hello. Must be a new subscriber. I don't remember ever seeing that name before. Well, welcome. Welcome to our Saturday Night Live. My day's been great. I've been renovating still in my kitchen here. And there's Shelly Shell. Hello. Welcome to our night chat, our Saturday night chat. Yeah, I'm having a wonderful night. How was your night? Yes, I got 2 cats here in the house sleeping right now. You have a cat named Gus. Well, one of these, his name is Lucky, and the other one is Little Buddy. And I show him in my videos all the time. Well, good, Shelley. I'm glad you're having a peaceful and relaxing night. In New York, never saw one. What, a tornado? You never saw a tornado in New York? I don't think I ever did when I was little and lived up there. Never heard about a tornado, ever. I guess I do. There's 2 here right now. They're little fur babies. Just crime in New York. No tornadoes. Yeah, there's a lot of crime in New York City. But there's a lot of crime in other big cities too, so. You have a Hemingway cat? What is a Hemingway cat? I've never heard of a Hemingway cat. Snow and pretty leaves. Snow is pretty when it falls and sticks to the ground. Your grandfather was a mechanic in the New York Thoroughway. He has 6 toes on each paw in front, and he is black and white. Oh, wow. Huh. I've never heard of a Hemingway cat. It's been rainy here all day and chilly. He was also a thief. Oh, my goodness. Dennis. I think he tells stories for a little bit. Hemingway cat writes novels. Okay. So it's not a real cat, huh? Hemingway cats are real cats? Okay, I just never heard of one. See if I can look one up. See what I bring up. Do you know I just got through deleting about over 3,000 emails off of my email account before I went live? I said no wonder my everything was dragging. It was so jammed up with emails my computer couldn't run. They are a cat. It says Hemingway cats, also known as polydactyl cats, are named after Ernest Hemingway's love for animals. They are also known for having extra toes, with most having the trait on their front paws and sometimes on their back paws too. The cats are not a specific breed and the trait can appear in any breed, including calicos, tabbies, and white cats. Hemingway cats are descendants of Snow White, a six-toed cat gifted to him by a ship's captain in the 1930s. It said the cat can appear to have thumbs on their paws, giving the impression of wearing mittens. Oh, wow. And it's got pictures of them. Here's one picture where it shows the bottom of their paw. Look at that. Isn't that interesting? He's got 7 toes, y'all. They had tigers as pets, didn't know it. Said the marvels of extra toes. Huh. Well, that one sure got 7 toes. And this one looks like he's got 6 toes on his paw. That's unusual because I didn't know that. The picture's disgusting. Why would you say it's disgusting, Dennis? They had tigers as pets and didn't know it. Yeah, they can be any color, they can even be little tabby cats. They can even be like my cats and have extra toes if they have that trait. Yeah, it looks weird, don't it? That'd be like me having 6 fingers on one hand. That would look weird too, wouldn't it? Or 7 fingers on one hand. I think they usually have 1 extra toe on each paw. I've seen 2 in person. I've never seen a live one, a real one. That would be me like having a brain. Oh my gosh, Dennis. Yeah, it is unique, Shelley. You wouldn't need a trowel. Just let the cat dig for you. I can't believe we've already been here over an hour. See, that's what I say. When I go live, I lose track of time. I enjoy chatting and reading the chats, and time just goes by. So cats have as many toes as they do lives. Seems like it, Dennis. Although I've yet to see a cat with 9 toes. And they say cats have 9 lives. Wouldn't know. Oh, I found out what's been bumping around my house. Even at night when it sounds like there's something on the roof, it's a possum. The cats went crazy out there last night. And I didn't have my camera with me or I would have videoed it. But I opened the door and there was Lucky on the porch and there was a possum beside him. And he was growling and meowing at that possum like he didn't want him up there. And I scared him off. And that possum went straight up one of the oak trees right out here at the corner of the house. And I said, I bet that possum has been going up the trees and going down the tree limbs and getting on the top of my house. And I thought part of the time it was squirrels, but I think a lot of the time it's that possum. Because he's been coming up here to get whatever food's left in their dishes out there on the porch. So it's not only the stray cats that come up and eat their leftovers, but it's that possum that comes up there at night too. I've already made up my mind the next time they go crazy out there, I'm going to make sure I got my camera with me. I'm going to make sure it's ready to go to make a short at least. So if he comes back, I'm going to get him on video. But he just stood up, looked up at me like, well, what's going on? I hear little buddy. No, that's Lucky. He's woke up and he hears me talking. Possum is definitely having leftovers. Raccoons are all in for it too. They all love. Oh, I know. I've had raccoons on the porch to get their leftover cat food. And a skunk. I don't want no part of a skunk, but I'd love to get him on video. I did barely get him on video one time. And there's Linda Blaylock. Hello, Linda. Glad to have you in our live tonight. We're just in here chatting away with everybody. Everybody said Edith has went to a strip club because she's not in chat tonight. You know, she was talking last night that she'd love to go to one with some friends. Well, I used to catch them because they'd go under the house and spend the night under the house and have babies under there. I'd catch them and take them off down the road and just put them out. And I finally got the underpinning fixed to where I guess they can't get under there now. Or no, they haven't been able to get under there so far. So they must have found them another house to get under. But they've been coming here to get that cat food. I've got a live trap, Shelley. Because that's what I'd catch them in. But I bait it with sardines. They couldn't resist sardines. You were flooded in Ohio. Oh, wow. Well, it didn't get that bad here. We got a lot of rain through the night and this morning, but not real bad. 12 gauge works just fine. Yeah, then I've got the carcass to deal with. I'd rather catch him and take him down the road and watch him run across the field somewhere. I wouldn't have the heart to shoot one of them. Even a possum, I wouldn't want to shoot him. My husband is in pest control and they use live traps, so I will tell him about sardines. Yeah. what I do, or the way they told me to do it at the farm and ranch place where I bought the live trap many years ago. He said, just get you a can of sardines. And he said, take a can opener, open that can part of the way so they can smell the sardines in there. You can open it a tiny bit, but you don't want it open enough to where they're going to eat all the sardines and then run. You want to make them work to get those sardines out. That way they'll move that tray, you know, that the sardines are sitting on, and it'll throw the trap and close the door, and it'll catch them every time. Oh, possum's not getting your sardines. I know I didn't want to give them my sardines either, but I didn't want them living here, so I spared the sardines and I caught a raccoon one time. I caught possums several times. I caught neighbors' cats several times and just let them go. But that was way before Little Buddy and Lucky. I love sardines. If I had me some right now, I'd make me a sardine sandwich. Your dad caught a mouse on a fish hook? Oh my goodness. That was a hungry mouse. But I guess he didn't realize that the food was on a hook. I think my chat's frozen on the camera here. It's not going anywhere. It stopped at Ruth Thomas's Fix This. It hasn't went anywhere. I hope the picture's still being shown. Yeah, it is. I don't know why the chat's frozen, though. My camera's been acting crazy lately. Dennis is telling Linda that her dad watched too many cartoons. Yeah, that I could visualize that, and that would make a good cartoon, wouldn't it? He did like cartoons. Throw it in Karen's yard. Yeah. Then they'd get me for littering or something. I use too many cough drops. I eat these cough drops like crazy just to keep from coughing. My dad loved cartoons. He loved to draw cartoons, and he was good at it. I remember years ago, I sold a car that I had to my brother, my younger brother, and he painted a road runner across the trunk. It made it look like the road runner was running across the back of the car. It was real cool. I wished he'd have painted one on it when I had it. I would have loved to have that road runner on it at the time I was, it was my car. Oh, me. We've been on here an hour and 20 minutes already. I hope my nonsense is keeping views down. Isn't keeping my views down. Let me know. I'm just enjoying the time. I only see 23 people. Well, it is a Saturday night. You know, a lot of people are out doing stuff on a Saturday night. I don't think anything you've done's kept views down, Dennis. Not even worried about it. They probably get bored with my lives because all we do is chat. But I enjoy chatting with people, talking about stuff and answering questions. Linda says, I enjoy your nonsense. Well, I'm glad somebody does. Some people must like it. They come into my lives, so that makes me happy. I mean, there's sometimes I actually do stuff in my lives, but I don't get to really chat with people when I do videos and post them. But if I go live, then I can actually chat with people, and that's what I like. And I can't really do that very much if I'm busy cooking something or doing something else, you know. And there's NPC 777. For me, it's Sunday morning. I live in the Netherlands. Oh, wow, the Netherlands. That's a long ways away. But welcome from the Netherlands, NPC 777. Over 100,000 in Arkansas without power. Wow, that's a lot of people without power. That means they have no heat or no AC, no lights, no refrigeration. How long has the electricity been out, Dania? Has it been out very long? If it's been out any length of time, let's hope it comes back on before freezers start defrosting and stuff like that happens. Yes, it is a long way, but I will visit USA one day. Well, come on to the USA. We'd love to have you. Yeah, that's a pretty big hop, skip, and a jump to the Netherlands from here. I bet it's a beautiful country over there. Still waiting for you to send the adoption papers. Just considered yourself adopted. Daniel still went out this morning. They said 10 p.m. tonight, but just bumped to 10 p.m. tomorrow night. We're lucky to have our power on. Wow. Yeah, you're lucky then. You still want to be my stepson? You might not like it if you were. Two all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, onions on a sesame seed bun. Just not the right price or quality it used to be. No, but it sure sounds good right now. I could eat at least one of them. Well, I don't know, my appetite, I could eat two all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, onions on a sesame seed bun. I could eat every mouthful of it. Probably cost you $6 just for one sandwich or more. You forgot the pickles. Well, thank you, NPC777, for that compliment. Uncle BB is the king of jingles. Wish you could call Edith. Yeah, she's out there enjoying herself at that strip club. She found her LeBears where she lives. She's out having the time of her life tonight. That's where she said she wanted to go. She got her hands full. Linda said, I think every household should have a canoe. For safety, probably, yeah. It'd be a good idea to have one in case of a flood. I'm up on this hill, though. I don't think I'm going to get flooded up here. Or at least her eyes. Hi, I changed my username. Pasta Pasty 4780. Well, hello, whoever you are. What was your username? Last time you were in a canoe, I got stoved up. I stopped by the landfill and left it there. School sucks. I've never been in a canoe. I don't know if I'd like a canoe or not. They look like they would turn over and drown you real easy. So does a vacuum cleaner. Yep, a vacuum cleaner sucks too. Somebody told you that? I wonder who. I need a bigger freezer if I keep taking my grandkids fishing. You can send me some of them fish, Dennis. If I catch any fish, I'm going to have to cook them because I don't have room in the freezer to freeze them right now. Okay, Daniel, you have a good night, you and your mom. We'll see you next time. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Stay safe. Stay warm. Stay dry. I made you decide to plant sunflowers, Dennis. I've got a ton of them planted around my yard. If they all live, I'm going to be overpowered with sunflowers. But they're all on that side of the yard. Yeah, I love sunflowers. Mrs. Pauls says, leave your pole at home. What? You're going to put a sprinkler on them and water them every morning. They're going to get big. Mine got really taller than I am. But they were beautiful until the wind blew and almost laid them on the ground. I wish the wind wouldn't do that, after they get big. They get top heavy, and if the wind blows real hard, it'll almost lay them over. And then I'm trying to stake them up or tie them up. What does the Gordon's fisherman say, Uncle BB? I don't know. That'd be interesting to know. I like how the sunflower follows the sun. Guess that's why they got the name. I don't know. They look like the sun because, I grew some that big around just the inside of where the seeds are. And then with the little petals that come out. Oh my God, they were huge one year. Those stalks were like 10 foot tall. My granddaughter was like 3 or 4 years old. She come over there. They brought her over that weekend, and we went out in the garden, and she saw those sunflowers, and she had a fit. I want it, she says. I want it. I want it. She had a fit over that sunflower. I mean, I had a row of them, so I ended up cutting one of those great big sunflowers off of the stalk, and I handed it to her, and it was the sunflower was so big it was almost bigger than she was. I mean, she could hide behind it. And she took it home. I don't know what she did with it. But I told her, I said, that's got a lot of sunflower seeds in it. I said, they could have roasted those. Or at least got them out and planted them the next year. That's when we used to get rain before Al Gore invented global warming. Yeah. He says Mrs. Paul was a real honey. I don't know about that. I don't know who Mrs. Paul's is. Don't know. Don't have a clue. Don't have a clue. Fish sticks. I always wondered where those rectangle fish came from. I love fish sticks. Oh my God, you're making me hungry. I could eat a whole big stack of fish sticks right now if I had them. I don't have any. Don't have any. Linda, Mrs. Paul's the frozen fish lady. Oh, okay. Mrs. Paul's. Why hadn't I heard of them? I don't remember. I don't know that brand. No, I was checking a message on my little not connected phone. I use it just to answer emails or messages, especially when I'm live because I can't mess with the one I'm on live with. Yeah, fish sticks are real fish. Usually it's made out of codfish because they're really white. But I love fish sticks. Oh my God, I wish I had some. I might have to run out to the dollar store and get me a package of fish sticks and come home and cook them and eat them. Obama phone. Yep, they like sunflowers. The kids do. Dennis keeps mentioning all of this good food. And what are those other ones? It's fish, but they're the wide fillets of fish that are battered just like a fish stick. It's like 4 times the size of a fish stick. I love those too, but I'd rather have fish sticks. We got 26 watching, looks like. 26 watching the live or either in chat. That's one of your mom's dinners was Mrs. Paul's fish sticks. Did I mention after this morning we stopped at China Buffet and ate fish? Well, of course you did, Dennis. Catching those fish just got you in the mood to eat some. Too much breading. Well, some of the fish sticks are better than the others. It just depends on what brand you get, I think. Ones I usually get are pretty good. If you ever come across a brand of fish sticks called That Smart, don't buy them. They're horrible. I don't recall ever seeing a brand That Smart. Huh. And you smelled like fish. Taste to See was another brand. I don't remember the brands of them. It's been so long since I've bought fish sticks. Been a long time since I bought any type of a battered fish frozen. Whew, I'm getting chilly. It's 46 degrees. And I'm sitting here at the fireplace and it's blowing hot air up on me, but I'm still cold. A little chilly. We have Southern Belle seafood. They are the best. And see, I don't recall Southern Belle seafood. I'll have to check because I don't usually buy ready battered fish and fish sticks and stuff. It's been a while since I bought any. And I never noticed the brand name on them. Seemed like I remember the Morton's brand. But Southern Belle seafood, aka Sea Best. Huh. Yeah, I usually get my fish like I fried them in my video the other day. I take the fillet and batter it and fry it myself. There's Wilson. Where you been, Wilson? You been sleeping? Or you been out with Edith at the strip club? And there's Leo Lopez. Hello. Is it okay if I'm black? Yeah, sure. I don't mind at all if you're black. Black people are welcome to my chat. I don't discriminate. I've known some really good black people in my time, so you're welcome. We have Southern Belle Riverboat Tour. You can take where I live. They also have a restaurant. Oh, wow. That's neat. Fry up some pork neck bones and rice. Everybody's been talking about fish. Dennis's grandson caught a 6.5-pound catfish today, or this morning. Morton's mac and cheese came in a little round aluminum pan. Huh. I don't remember that. You don't go to strip clubs. I think that's where Edith is tonight. That's where she said she wanted to go last night. Stouffer's macaroni. Yeah, I've had Stouffer's a time or two, not many, because I don't usually buy it already made. I usually make it myself. But Stouffer's is a good brand of any of the frozen food. They also have frozen donuts. I haven't eaten a donut in ages. Do you love the orange man? What are you talking about, the orange man? I just told him blacks was welcome here. I don't discriminate. I don't know of any orange people. Wilson planted some seeds today. Well, good for you. Yeah, I never heard of orange men either, Dennis. I don't know what he's talking about. Oh, they call Trump the orange man. I didn't know that. When did they start calling Trump the orange man? And why would they call him that? Stouffer's tuna casserole. I've never tried the Stouffer's tuna casserole before. I didn't either, and I voted for him because of the fake tan. Oh, the fake tan. Okay, I get it now. Your pepper plant started growing. I've got 1,000,001 bell pepper seed plants coming up, from the orange peppers, the red pepper, the yellow pepper, and the green one. I'm going to have so many bell pepper plants. Trump ate too many cheese doodles. He turned orange. Cheese doodles are good. I've never eaten enough of them to turn orange, though. Well, part of the reason prices have gone up is not so much Trump. It's like fruits, like grapefruit and stuff like that. The price is probably going up on that because it's scarce. I mean, the countries where we get most of our grapefruit and different, like even coffee and different things from, they've had drought through their whole growing season. So they didn't have anything to ship to the United States. So, I saw a video on that the other night where it said by the end of March, they may not even have grapefruit in the store because it's not available. And if they do, the price is going to go up because they don't have that many of them. So that's one reason prices have went up some on a lot of items. Coffee, the specialty coffees is one. Of course, I don't buy specialty coffees, so that wouldn't hurt me. I love grapefruit, Wilson. I'd rather have grapefruit than to eat an orange. I've got oranges in the bottom of my refrigerator right now, and I don't even really want them. But if they were grapefruit, I'd be eating them. I mean, isn't that crazy? You'd rather have grapefruit than an orange? My grandparents owned a furniture company, and now they have to charge double for what they usually charge. And I don't really understand that they say things are getting pretty bad. Yeah, I don't know what the reasoning behind furniture companies' prices going up. But maybe it's because of their overhead. Maybe the price of their supplies and, whatever. It all sets off a chain reaction. Oh, I don't want sugar on my grapefruit. I want them just like they are. Just like my watermelon and cantaloupe. I don't want salt on them either. I want just a plain watermelon, plain cantaloupe, plain grapefruit. Now, when I was little, I used to put sugar on them. But later on, I started eating them without it. And I'd rather have them without sugar on them. There was a frozen cheesecake in the 80s. It came in an octagonal box. I think the name was Crezone. It was good. Huh. They said something about Mexican border getting strict or something like that because of a lot of furniture comes from over there. I didn't realize that, Leo. I didn't know a lot of the furniture came from Mexico. No, I don't want pepper on my grapefruit either. I don't want to put anything on it. I just want to eat it. Yeah, I think I'm going to uncover my zucchini and my yellow squash because I've kept net over it to keep the bugs from getting into it. But I know it's about time for they're going to start blooming, and that's when those borer worms get on them and lay eggs, and then it kills the plant. But if I don't uncover them, I've got to hand pollinate them. And to hand pollinate, you got to have male and female plants, or male and female flowers, And I don't have any flowers yet, and I don't know what I'm going to have when I do. And then I haven't seen any bees around either. So that's kind of scary. I know all the houses around here have started paying these insecticide people to come around and spray their yard and inside their house and everywhere around their yard once a month for ants and all kind of bugs. And it kills the bees and the wasp and all that too. So I'm afraid all that spraying has killed all the bees off. I may not have anything to pollinate my squash or zucchini with. There may not be any bees flying around to do that. And there's Donna Palisedia. Welcome to chat. Leo was a Tajin. Grapefruit with Tayin. I don't know what that is. What is Tajin? Because I don't have any idea. Grapefruit is not good when you have gout. Really? I wouldn't think grapefruit would have anything to do with gout. Gout is from eating a lot of processed meat and stuff. I had to manually pollinate my squash and zucchini and eggplant last year. I didn't. I was getting eggplant, but it was so hot on it. You know, my plants really struggled. I'm hoping they'll do better this year. My squash and zucchini is what suffered last year. They tried to put out squash and zucchini, and then those vine borer worms or whatever they are got into them, laid eggs on them, and just killed the plant from the inside out. And there's nothing you can spray them with to prevent it. Yeah, grapefruit will keep your blood pressure down. And there's Angel. Just slipped right in on us. Like I said, you know, years ago you could buy this in gardening insecticide that you could plant your seeds and plant your plants, your transplants in the garden, spray with that stuff one time before your plants even got to growing good. It would kill all the insects that bothered your plants. And I was never once bothered with one of those vine borer bugs or worms. My zucchini, my squash grew like crazy. They produced so many squash and zucchini and cucumbers. I had them coming out my ears. I didn't know what to do with all of them. And now they pull that off the market. You can't get it. And none of this other stuff prevents those vine borers from getting on your squash plants. So I don't know. I may not ever be able to grow squash and zucchini again unless I do it inside a greenhouse where flying bugs can't get to them. DDT. I don't know if that would even do it, Dennis. I take a $2 roll of chicken wire and a roll of screen to shade my plants and keep rabbits and stuff out. Well, I don't have rabbits getting in my garden because everything I've got, most of it is raised up off the ground, so the rabbits can't get to it. But it's the flying insects that get on my plants. And they say the only time those vine borers will hit your squash plants is when they start blooming. The blooms attract those vine borers. And they'll come by before you know it and lay eggs on that vine. Those eggs go inside and start killing your plant from the inside out. And you can spray them with stuff. You can do whatever. Nothing helps. And you just have to watch your plant die because there's nothing you can do to prevent it. Or not anymore since they pulled that stuff off the market. I don't know why they did pull it off, but they don't sell it. You can't get it anymore. Fishing tackle that was made in the 1940s to 1950s. Huh? Well, see, I'm not worried with blight, Shelley, or I haven't been. I don't get brown spots on my tomatoes. I'm not bothered with any of that. It's so dry here that dampness or humidity hasn't bothered any of my plants. They starve for dampness. They starve for water. You always ate the bugs with whatever you harvested. Well, if I could just get that insecticide that they sold several years ago that used to do the best in my garden, I'd have fantastic squash and zucchini. But I haven't found anything that will prevent the squash borers except that particular one. And they pulled it off the market. Yeah, pestilence is a sign of the end of times. Let's hope the end of time is not anytime soon, but unfortunately we've got fires, we've got places that are flooded with water, and the Bible also said that that's going to happen too. The earth will be destroyed by fire and water, and people. People destroy themselves. We're destroying our planet. You got fishing tackle that was in the 40s and the 50s. Okay. That's cool. Well, y'all, I'm getting tired. And I don't want to fall asleep on you. I'm not ever going to do that again. I was so tired that night when I went live. I can't believe I actually was that tired and sleepy. Angel hugging Jesus is my greatest desire. And Dennis said I already fell asleep. Some was used by the U.S. Army in World War II. Well, back home they used to spray their crops with DDT. Many years ago, I remember. Tobacco fields especially. So I warn anybody about smoking tobacco because you don't know what it was sprayed with, what it's in it. Might be a lot more than the tobacco. Got 28 watching now. Oh. Well, it's only not even quite 9 o'clock, but I feel like it's 1 a.m. in the morning. I always love following the mosquito patrol truck with my bicycle. As a kid, can you tell? Dennis. Oh my goodness, Dennis. I remember the mosquito patrol truck that used to come around Atkinson at night in the summer. My dad got it to go all around the perimeter of our house, and then he got him to back up to the back of the house because there was like a manhole about 2 foot by 2 foot open in the underpinning, and he had him stick that nozzle thing that sprayed out all that spray right under the house, and he sprayed all under the house with it. It's because we were gone for the summer. My dad and my mom were working at White Lake, Crystal Beach, and the house was closed up because we stayed over there, and dogs or something had gotten under the house, and they caused fleas in the house, and we couldn't get rid of them. We sprayed the house, did everything. So my dad had him back up to the back of the house and spray real good underneath it with that thing. I guarantee you it got rid of the fleas and any other kind of creepy crawler was gone after that. But I don't see how anybody could ride a bicycle behind one of those and get sprayed Man, it just puts out a fog. Oh, that's funny. Mine too, Wilson Camel non-filter, one after the other. All right, good night, Gladys. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Stay safe. Stay warm. We'll see you next time. I'm going to end it too. We've been on here for almost 2 hours and I'm sleepy myself. It smells awesome. No, it don't. That spray does not smell very good. I'll guarantee you that. I remember how that mess smells. It don't smell good. But thanks everybody for coming into my live and chatting with me and making my night, keeping me company. Bless y'all. Love you. And we'll see you next time. Bye. Good night.